What's good people, it's Esskimo, GetRichRapping.com. Brand new camera as you can probably tell. Seeing as though this is the first video on a new camera, let's talk some real, let's really drum a message in, let's go. Right, so the universe has a certain flow to it. Now if you want to tap into that flow and just have things happen fluidly, have positive things, you know, start achieving things, start seeing success, start seeing wealth, start seeing all the things that you want in life, the first step is to stop fighting against anything. See, when we fight against things, all we do is add relevance to that in our lives, into our world, into our universe. Instead, what we should be doing is fighting for what we do want in our lives. Now, I'm going to give you a few examples. I know a lot of producers are out there cursing out artists that don't want to spend money with them. They're fighting against these artists when what they really should be doing, which would increase their sales, which would increase, you know, the amount of things they get done, increase their reach, what they should really be doing is fighting for the artists that do pay, fighting for the artists that are serious, fighting for the artists that are ready to go and just need the guidance. That's where you got the game fucked up. Artists, they're so focused on their haters, they're so focused on fighting against the people that don't support them, they're not fighting for the ones that do. If they're not listening to your music, if they're hating on your music, it makes no sense to spend any time or energy whatsoever on them. Instead, focus on your fans, on your supporters, so they can appreciate you. Show your gratitude, they'll show their gratitude. What we're grateful for in life generally starts to come into our life more frequently. The more you appreciate your fans, the more your fan base will grow. Simply because your fans are going to start talking about you. Simply because you're so grateful, you're so thankful for what they do. If you're thanking them and doing extra for them, they can't help but spread the word of mouth. Now, for example, if you're out there cursing people, of course nobody wants to promote that. And it's not just music specific, because this is life, this is the universe. If we want to get rid of oppression, we don't fight against oppression. That's what the world is doing right now. We're fighting against oppression instead of fighting for freedom. And that's where I believe the world is fucked up right now, because we're fighting against something. When you fight against something, you're willingly accepting opposition into your life, into your universe, instead of fighting for something where you can just focus on going forward and fight for something. See, if you're fighting against something, all you're doing is giving it that relevance and giving it that power and giving it that energy. It has no relevance in our lives. It's the same with people who are broke. They're fighting against being broke instead of fighting for being rich. People fighting against racism instead of fighting for equality. People fighting against the government instead of fighting for the people. You know, the examples can go on all day. Point is, stop fighting against things. You're disrupting the flow. The universe naturally wants to give you what you want. The world is abundant in resources. It wants to give you what you want out of life. But you have to play this a certain way. You can't be out there fighting against things and building up friction and building up opposition when you can just focus on what you're fighting for, and you're just going to reach everything that you want because there's no distractions, you're not fighting anybody. These are just my views and the way I see it. In my life it is a fact. In my universe what I'm saying is a fact, because this is where I get my results. I'm not out there fighting against anything. I'm fully focused on fighting for me. I'm fighting for the people who are supporting me, the artists that I'm working with, and you know, the people who appreciate the movement. I'm fighting for them. I'm not fighting against the people that aren't into the movement. What sense does that make to me as a businessman, as a producer, as a human being? So I'm hoping this video can enlighten you and maybe change some of your ways, because there's a lot of people out there that are operating against the universe, and we need to fix this. Whatever we want to fix in life, we can fix by fighting for something. I definitely appreciate if you check in the links below. One, you'll be able to find GetRichRapping.com. This is a resource for all you artists and producers out there that need help with your marketing, help with the creative process. It's just a resource for people to grow from. There's a lot of people that don't do music to check out the website and say it still helps them. But also there's going to be links underneath for the artists I'm working with currently. These are all very talented people that, you know, I appreciate, and I think that you guys out there watching this will appreciate too. So if you could click the links underneath, I want to show you who I'm working with. I want to show you exactly what's going on within this movement. Now I've got this new camera, I'm going to be able to go out and shoot. I'll be able to show you where I'm from. I'll be able to show you my life a little bit more and what goes on around, what type of place I'm from, and you know, the views around where I live. So I'm thankful to be able to get this camera. The principles I'm talking to you about in this video, I've been fighting for this for a while now. What I'm fighting for has enabled me to purchase this camera. It's enabled me to purchase new equipment. It enabled me to get on a flight and go over to the States last year. It's enabled me to do so many things, and it's because I'm fighting for something. You'll notice there's not a lot of successful movements out there that are fighting against something. So, you know, it's your decision. I am nobody to tell you how to live your life, but I do believe that a lot of people staying ignorant to the principle of being positive and moving forward, because there's definitely some weight behind that and it definitely will lead somewhere. So yeah, have a great day. Hope you enjoyed this video. Make sure you subscribe also. There should be a box down in the corner. Much love. Peace.